Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Akbar Syahputra and I will present the review movie to finish my task in subject speaking for academic direction. And movie that I chose is Wicked. So let's talk about the introduction. So this movie, the name Wicked, is released on 20th November 2024. Yes, this is recently shows the bioskop. And this movie is starred by John and Chu. And this movie, information for this movie is actually the most popular movie in America right now that shows the bioskop in the theater. And this movie started the main characters Alba and Belinda. And let's talk about character and actors. So the first main character is Galinda or Belinda. In the first movie, in the beginning of the movie, this character is introduced as Galinda, and the almost finish of the movie, this character is introduced as Belinda because of the complicated stories of this movie. And this Belinda acts as Ariana Grande. This is not the first movie by Ariana Grande, but this is the first big movie of Ariana Grande. And this character is actually ambitious and actually kind. She helps people. She has a kind heart and she likes to help people. And next is Cynthia and Arigo as Alphabet or we call Wicked. But actually, Wicked is the bad witch, but Alphabet is actually not the bad witch, but she actually has a kind heart. She has a, but all people sees her like she's disgusting because of her skin. Because why she has a green skin? Because her parents, actually her mother, is doing something bad when she born, and in the final she has green skin, and people see her like she is bad. She is what is it? She is disgusting because of her green skin. And the next we talk about plot and opinion. For your information, this movie is actually based by The Wizard of Oz. Most people know about The Wizard of Oz, but most didn't know about the whole story of The Wizard of Oz, because before the story of Wizard of Oz, because in The Wizard of Oz just shows how the wicked can be, how the wicked can going to be, but the all people doesn't know about the story, how people can be bad, how people can be wicked, actually wicked witch. And this is the whole story. This is the before story before the Wizard of Oz. And the plot and the story start from the Munchkin Land. The Munchkin Land people celebrate Wicked or Alphabet is died, and actually did that. She is so, and actually did that so. And one people ask, how people can be wicked, how people can be bad, and Linda just tell the whole story how Alphabet can be bad. And actually, Alphabet is not bad. Actually, Alphabet is not the bad people, but actually people sees her like the bad people, like the wicked witch. And Glinda's the whole story, and actually Glinda and Alphaba is the best friend when they in school. In the first, they is enemy. They hate each other. Glinda and Alphaba and Glinda, because Glinda wants power, and she wants to notice by the lecturer, but the lecturer just noticed Alphaba because Alphaba has power, but Glinda doesn't. Yes, like that. And completed stories and finish, Glinda and Alphaba can be best friends. And the next completed story is just so complicated. The next story is so complicated, and in the final, Alphaba introduced like bad people, like bad things because of us, the reason of us. People know him like he has power. He has power and like to help people, but actually the reason of lies. Alphabet want to prove it that the Wizard of Oz doesn't have power, but people already believe on the Wizard of Oz, and all people hate Alphabet and menganggap Alphabet is wicked. So that's a little story of this movie. And this movie has a part 2, but in the next year. And the next is talk about the names. I have 3 points of this movie, the advantage of this movie. The first is the plot is so high, the plot is so fast. And second, this movie has a cinematography. It's the best cinematography. And third that I like is the music of this movie. Because this movie is the genre of this movie is theatrical musical. So in this movie, almost whole story in this movie has music. And disadvantages of this movie is actually like just what I found is one. The story, the movie is too long because the story is complicated. So this is the disadvantages of this movie. The movie is long, too long, and people can be bored to watch this. And people doesn't know about the story of this can be bored to watch this. And that's all for my presentation. Sorry for the mistakes, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.